Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of today's episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds. Thank you for clicking on the link for part 2 if you are watching this. And we are ready to take on Sunderland in the second of today's games. They are 6th in the championship table, we are 7th. And due to our run of poor form, you can see there has been a bit of a gap opening up between us and the playoffs. We are 5 points behind, so this is a must-win game against Sunderland. We did beat them in a pre-season friendly a couple of seasons ago. I think Frank Lampard might have still been their manager at that point. But right now you can see that Blackburn are top of the table, 7 points ahead of us. So yeah, it is really, really essential that we get this win here. Now, since you were last here, obviously we beat Oxford United in the FA Cup. We then lost away at Charlton. It was our third defeat in 4 league games. It was another late winner that we conceded. We are conceding so many late goals this season. And you can see from the stats here, it was another one that just really was not deserved. A 90th minute winner. We were poor in the first half. They were probably the better team. I think they were in the relegation zone when we played this game. We got a penalty, which Harry Wilson converted in the second half. It looked like we were going to go on and win. We then conceded a penalty 3 minutes later. We were in the ascendancy, we were dominating the game. I didn't time waste, I didn't try and see out the result. I actually went more attacking. In the 90th minute, we got a highlight. We had a throw right next to their penalty area. We lost possession straight away. They got us on the counter-attack. We lost 2-1. We have been so unlucky with these late equalising or losing goals. Yeah, it was 3 defeats in 4 in the league. Very, very annoying. So it was even more important than we then went away to Barnsley and picked up a win. And here it was kind of it was a very even game. They were perhaps a little bit better. They can perhaps be a little bit upset themselves at not winning this game themselves. But yeah, we went 2-0 up, 2 goals in quick succession from Ellis Chapman and then Mario Caciao, his first goal in a while, before Osborne got one back for them with 15 minutes to go. But then a red card for Hines kind of gave us the advantage. We were able to close the game out. And it was pleasing here because we had Nolan at centre-back, Dreyer at right-back. Little had to come in midfield. And with Moreno being injured, and Vata played at number 10. So we made a few changes here just for fitness purposes and for injuries and suspensions, and we got the win. So it got us back on track, hopefully, but we do really now need to get this result against Sunderland. They are playing a 4-4-2. Their players don't look fantastic. I think they're in their second season in the Championship now. In theory, it's a winnable game. Yeah, I've had a little look at their squad. They don't look exceptional. So I hope that now we've started getting players back, this could be a winnable game. We're going to have Sanisalo in goal, Igor Luiz at right back, Dylan Jones back in at left back, Pakula and Simpson partnering each other for the first time in a long time, our first choice central defence. Hopefully that is going to help us just stop conceding so many late goals and silly goals. Alex Baker and Eddie Little are going to continue in midfield. Eddie Little is not having a good season. He is not a championship midfielder. But we are going to go with him today. Caciao on the right. Vata is going to play in the number 10 role rather than Harry Wilson. We'll see how that goes. He played a very good game in midfield against Barnsley. Ellis Chapman will keep his place on the left after scoring against Barnsley as well, but again, he's not having a great season. Harry Brady hasn't scored in the last 2 since coming back from injury, but he continues in the striker role. On the bench, Ufi Dreyer, Brian Nolan, who is also not having a great season, Malicio and Moreno, the midfield options, again, both pretty poor. They are not championship midfielders. I have to improve the midfield. Harry Wilson, Josh Kennedy and Johnson on the bench as the forward options. Missing out, Saunders had another little injury. He has just come back to fitness. Kincannon not in. He is upset because he's not playing. He perhaps wants a loan, as does Dreyer. He also wants to go out on loan to get more game time. We are really struggling to keep people happy. Evans is not happy with his game time, but he has been injured for a while. And unfortunately, Apaya, he now wants to leave the club. He has only just been signed, but because he is not playing, he is registered as a squad player. He feels he should be playing more. I mean, to be fair, he's only played 7. But yeah, it has caused a real stink within the squad. A lot of team members feel that he should be getting game time. But then, who do I put him in for? So he is expecting to leave. I think to try and save the situation in January, I'm going to have to offer him out on loan and then bring in another defender to act as our 4th choice. And it could be Lee Sung-ri. He is in on trial. He looks pretty good. He's terrible with the ball. But other than that, he looks like a decent championship level defender. He has just left Villarreal, where he actually generated. Yeah, I think he would be a good option. So at the moment, he wants over 4,000 a week. Can't afford that. But we'll see in January if maybe he's a possibility to come in and let Apaya go out on loan just to kind of get him in the right headspace. So yeah, that's the team. Let's hope we can make it 2 wins out of 2, close the gap to the playoffs, and really try and close out the first half of the season with a strong run. And it's going to be really important because pretty much all of those playoff teams, all of those big names that are in the playoff places, we have to play them away from home in the second half of the season. So I am expecting to probably win less points in the second half of the season. So we need a huge run before we get to those games to try and put us in playoff contention. Now let's see if we can get the players motivated. I really do think if we can recapture our early season form, I think we are capable of getting a very good result here. I don't think Sunderland are unbeatable. As well as they are going in the league, I think we can beat them. So just set up our wingers to do their marking jobs. Let's have a look. And we changed Chapman to an orthodox winger on the left. Let's see what we can do here. Now, I've chosen Vata over Harry Wilson as the number 10 just for his physical capability. Harry Wilson just really can't run anymore. He is having a very good season, but I feel like right now we really need to be able to dog out the results a little bit more than we have been doing recently. So Vata comes in, and we need to see a little bit more from the players right now. Sunderland have much more of the possession, but we've had the same amount of shots. They've now had 1 more, and there are 0 highlights so far. A very, very boring game, but Sunderland look the better team. I'm just going to play with a little bit more width. Again, teams always seem when they play 4-4-2, I'm going to get stuck in as well. And you know what? I'm going to go out to the fullbacks just because they should have a little bit more space against a 4-4-2. 4-4-2 always seems so good defensively in the match engine, but we've got to try and find a way around it. And the first highlight starts with them in possession, and they are straight through with Bogus, and he's put it wide. What a bogus finish. That was a bit obvious, wasn't it? We now get a free kick. Jones putting it wide, and yeah, from that angle, I was never expecting to see that hit the target. Let's just demand a little bit more from the players. I don't know if the changes maybe seem to have helped us a little bit, but they now have another opportunity. But we win possession. Little loses it there with a poor pass to Brady. and we still can't get a hold of it. And they are in with Western, and it's over the bar. And we are looking a little bit shaky at the back. Sunderland have been much the better team. What can we change here? We have got to do better. What can I change tactically here? Because this doesn't seem to be working. Kakiao, very, very poor. Chapman hasn't been great. The forwards are just don't seem to be getting enough of the ball. What can I change here? Now, we have been playing hit early crosses in the last few games, and that seems to have helped us out, but that has been against a 4-3-3. Let's see if that maybe makes a difference against 4-4-2. I mean, we've only had one shot on target. It hasn't been good enough. I'm going to demand more of the players here. Sunderland's still well in control. We started the season really dominating possession and making a lot of chances, and that seems to have tailed off. We head that corner away, but it's still not out. Gonzalez, bogus, and we're behind. Oh man, let's be more expressive. An hour gone, we have not looked at all like getting anything from this game, and we're now 1-0 down. Kubalic, and we could be 8 points off of the playoff places by the end of this game. Now, and we've lost possession easily again. I've got to make some changes here, but what do I do? As they get in again with Western, and he's missed an absolute sitter. I'm going to berate the players. It's been such a poor performance. We've still had just that one shot on target. Let's make some changes here. What can we do? Eddie Little, really disappointing again. I am going to bring on, I think, I'm going to bring on Anthony Johnson. I'm going to make Vata the box-to-box midfielder, and I'm going to play 2 up front. Can we? What do I want to play him as? I think I'm going to play him as a pressing forward. And I think in transition I'm going to go into the strikers now. Let's try and use a lot of width. And let's just shoot on sight. I'm going to stop running at the defence as well. We don't seem to have really got anything out of that. Harry Brady, very tired. Kakiao has been extremely poor. Let's bring Harry Wilson in. Let's make him an advanced playmaker on support on that right wing. Let's see if that can just help us create a little bit more, perhaps. Let's see what these guys can come up with, because we have not been good enough at all. Got Josh Kennedy on the bench as well, as could come on for Chapman on the left wing perhaps. Kakiao into Brady. Back to Kakiao. What a save. And Kakiao's last contribution to the game is to force that save there. We don't get to see the corner. Let's demand more. And we seem to have improved a little bit, but not enough. And another highlight in Sunderland's favour. And I think we can see now that this is probably not going to be a season where we go for a promotion push. We are probably looking at just championship survival this season and try and build on it next season, because we are getting found out in pretty much every game now. I'm going to make another change. I'm going to take Chapman off after this corner. Pakula is shattered. We head that one away nicely. That will probably be the end of that highlight. It will be. Let's make that change. Chapman disappointing. Rocco Vata has been disappointing as well. I'll tell you what, let's change Rocco Vata out. Let's bring Josh Kennedy in. And we're going to make Chapman. Can he play box-to-box midfielder? He can. Let's make him a Masala. On attack. Let's go full out here. Kennedy the inverted winger. So as Chapman goes out wide, Kennedy comes in. Maybe that bit of movement can cause some problems for the Sunderland defence. And we need more. 5 minutes to go. Let's go all out attack. Is there another one in this? Is there another highlight here? Come on. We've been well beaten, to be fair. We're probably lucky to get out of this at 1-0. But a really poor performance, really disappointing. We barely caused them a problem, and Harry Brady is now 3 games without a goal, which is very disappointing. And yeah, I'm not happy. It's another defeat. It's just 1 win in 6 now. 4 defeats in those 6. 1 win and a draw, and we have dropped well away from the playoff picture. And all that momentum that we had before we were hit by a slew of injuries has just completely vanished. It looks like we're going to struggle to recapture it. We've got to try and find a way now of getting some performances from this squad for the rest of the season. I do think we're going to have more than enough to be safe. We've already got 30 points. We need around about 50 to be safe. We've got more than half of the season to get 20 points. So I'm not overly worried about that, but I do want to really see a positive season, really, after the way we've started and the way we were really battling it out with the teams at the top of the league. It would be a real shame to kind of drop down into mid-table obscurity. So yeah, when are we going to be back? I think hopefully we will get the result against Cambridge United in the FA Cup second round and put ourselves in the third round. Depending who we get in the third round, we may be back for that, or hopefully we can make history and go to the fourth round for the first time. Outside of that, I'm not sure when we might come back. We do have in the next few games Birmingham City at home, which is going to be absolutely crucial. They are in with a real chance of promotion and kind of pulling away from us, so getting a result against them would be huge. Let's have a look at when we might be back now. Oh, what a disappointment. This run of form here has just been absolutely horrendous for us. So we've got Birmingham at home the 7th of December, and we then go away to them at the end of December. Do you know what? I think that might be a good point to come back. Birmingham away, Blackburn at home, Stoke away. Actually, that is a horrible run of 3 games. 3 of the best teams in the league. I think they are actually first, second and third. Yeah, maybe we come back for a triple header there, and we just to end the year, and we kind of see how things are looking to end the year out. That could be a big 3 games there. That's a disappointing defeat, and we've got to really look now at what we do to try and turn this season back around, because we are starting to struggle. We'll send Ole Gunnar to do the media duties there. Now, who's Ivan Jelavic? He looks pretty good, doesn't he? So he's at Hajduk Split in their under-19s. From what we can see, he looks superb. Let's see if that's someone who might be a target for us in the future. Lucas Stassin at Wigan. He is a pretty good striker. Scored a few goals in the Championship this season. And who is Jeremy Sarmiento at Nottingham Forest? He is a winger who, again, for our level, looks like a pretty good winger. But he has got a £12,000 a week contract for another 3 years. So probably not a player that we're going to be looking at anytime soon. So I'm going to leave it there. I think we're looking at coming back at the end of the year for Birmingham, Blackburn, Stoke. See if we can hopefully pick up and get ourselves involved in the promotion picture before those games. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Solskjaer seeks positives in defeat. I think there were very few positives in that game, unfortunately, but let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to see if I can move a few things around, tweak the side a little bit, recapture our form, and I will see you guys at the end of December. So If you have enjoyed the video, drop a like on it for us. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I will see you for the next episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds here in the Championship. See you very, very soon.